Hello and welcome to the Harbridge and Cross Training Program on Core Interview Questions Part 1, Chapter 19, Version 1.0. Harbridge and Cross is committed to health and safety and believes in order to be effective, health and safety must be cultural and expressed at all levels of the organization. This is our agenda for today. First, we'll discuss the roles and responsibilities of all workplace parties. Next, we'll talk about the safety audit process. From there, we'll look at the interview questions dealing with Element 1 all the way to Element 8, including the health and safety policy, hazard assessment, safe work practices, safe job procedures, company rules, PPE, preventative maintenance, and of course, orientation. Roles and responsibilities. At Harbridge and Cross, there are no free lunches. Everyone has a job to do. Beginning with senior management, their job is to review the guidelines relating to the safety audit and health and safety management system annually and to apply changes to the manual and communicate these results to the workforce. They are to appoint a qualified internal auditor to conduct safety audits and train staff on interviews and the audit process, provide staff training and education on core interview questions, and review and respond to auditor recommendations and, of course, lessons learned. Superintendents have an important job to do. They are to participate and follow the health and safety program by completing inspections, hazard assessments, and reviewing safe work practices and safe job procedures. They are to complete and retain all safety documents and file using our internal record management system. They are to participate as required in all interview training programs, and they are to provide workers time to study and participate in the interview questions. And of course, lastly, they are to participate in the safety audit process, including providing copies of site documentation, participate in site interviews, and assist the auditor in workplace observations. Your safety coordinator is there to support you. They are to participate and comply with the health and safety program, perform inspections, report hazards, participate in joint health and safety committees, and promote a strong safety culture. They are to review site documentation and help supervisors file using the record management system. They are to provide staff training and education on core interview questions, and they are to assist Harbridge and Cross in improving and enhancing its health and safety management system by participating in the annual continuous improvement plan. And of course, field and office staff members have an important job to do. They are to participate and comply with the health and safety program, perform inspections, report hazards, participate in the Joint Health and Safety Committee, and promote a strong safety culture. They are to participate as required in any and all interview training programs, participate in the audit process by making yourselves available for interviews and providing documentation, and of course to assist Harbridge and Cross in improving and enhancing its health and safety management system by participating in the annual continuous improvement plan. The safety audit review. IHSA core membership programs include the following. First, you need to have a safety program. Next, that safety program must be audited annually. Now, the audit consists of a review of documentation, site observations, and interviews coming from both workers and management members. To be successful, an IHSA audit requires the following. First off, you need a minimum overall pass score of 80%, and in each element, you need a pass score of 65%. All legislative items must have 100% pass, and interview questions must meet a minimum pass rate of 51%. The core interview questions are based on the 19 elements. For the first part of our training program, we're going to examine everything from Element 1 to Element 8. In Part 2, we'll look at everything from Element 9 all the way to Element 19, including workplace inspections, accident investigations, emergency preparedness, statistics and records, legislations, occupational health, first aid, joint health and safety committees, violence and harassment, return to work, and of course the management review. But let's just focus on our Part 1 elements for now. What to expect during an interview. First off, don't be nervous, don't be scared, and don't be shy. The interview process is designed to check that a company has a safety program in place and that safety program is being reviewed. The auditor will treat this more of a conversation than an interview. They want to get to know you and your company. They may ask you questions like, how long have you been with the company? What is your role? And what happened to the Toronto Maple Leafs this year? They want to make you feel comfortable. Although this is designed to be fun, remember, this is an audit and we will be scored based on our performance. So let's review the process seriously and answer to our best. Interview questions. So Element 1 deals with the health and safety policy, and there's going to be questions for both management and worker members. So let's look at them a little bit more closely. Question 1 for management. How does the health and safety policy statement address your responsibilities with regards to your personal safety and the safety for others? The recommended answer is as follows. As a supervisor, I must lead by example, follow the safety manual by wearing my PPE and completing my workplace inspections. How do you ensure that the personnel understand the policy statement? Answer. Everyone goes through an orientation where I review the policy statement with them, which is posted on the safety bulletin board. The questions for workers are as follows. Number 1. Where would you find a copy of the health and safety policy? The answer, it's posted on our safety bulletin board identified by this red circle. Question 2. What are your responsibilities under the policy statement? I am to work safely by following the rules and procedures. And of course, question 3, explain what does the policy statement mean to you? The policy statement tells me I have the right to work safely and must do my part to stop accidents. So this is a copy of the health and safety policy statement. It's posted on our safety board. Now it's important to know that the policy statement is signed off by senior management annually. And the message is this: we are all responsible for accident prevention. That's the goal. We want to come to work safe and we want to go home safely too, and everyone has the responsibility to report hazards and prevent accidents. Element 2 deals with the hazard assessment, and the questions are as follows. For management, number 1, are you involved in the hazard assessment process? If not, who is? The answer, yes. Prior to startup, I meet with the project team to develop a hazard assessment and pre-start program. We use the pre-start program to review the hazard assessment with the client and subcontractors as they mobilize on site so we can understand the high-risk activities and collect safe job procedures. All high-risk activities are recorded on the critical task list. Question 2. What is your role in supporting the process of ongoing hazard assessment? Answer. As new subcontractors mobilize on site, I review the pre-start program and record new high-risk activities on the critical task list. I also review DTAs, daily task assessments, with my workforce prior to starting work. If they are performing high-risk work, I have them review a safe job procedure beforehand. And the question for workers, are you involved in the hazard assessment process? If not, who is? Answer, yes. Every morning I review the DTA, daily task assessment, with my supervisor, where we talk about the day's work. So this is a copy of the critical task list, and again on your job sites this will be populated to identify all high-risk activities. The next picture over shows our daily task assessment, which we should all be filling out every day. Element 3, safe work practices. Question 1, how do you determine that workers understand safe work practices? Answers. Safe work practices are reviewed during toolbox talks where I assign a worker a specific task. At the end of the discussion, I ask workers if they have any questions and record on the form. Question 2. How do you ensure that workers follow safe work practices? I perform daily site inspections where I walk the site and observe workers performing their activities. If they are doing something wrong, I advise them and show them the proper way. If they continue to do something wrong, I will issue them a disciplinary ticket. And question 3, are you involved in the development and review of safe work practices? If not, who is? Answer, the safety department puts together safe work practices. If I have any comments, I will inform them on my toolbox talk form or call them directly. Questions for workers. Do you find safe work practices easy to understand? Give 2 examples. So if you go into chapter 3 of our safety manual, it lists all of our safe work practices. And examples include portable ladders, extension cords, dust, and using grinders. Question 2. Where can you find safe work practices? Well, you can find safe work practices in the safety manual under chapter 3 or in the Harbridge and Cross safety binder. Question 3. Do you follow established safe work practices? The answer, yes. And question 4, are you involved in the development and review of existing safe work practices? If not, who is? Answer, the safety department puts together the safe work practice. If I have any comments, I'll tell my supervisor and make a note on the form. Element 4, safe job procedures. Question 1 for management. How do you determine that workers understand the safe job procedures? Answer, safe job procedures are reviewed during toolbox talks or whenever I assign a high-risk activity. At the end of the discussion, I ask workers if they have any questions and record their questions on the form or make updates to the procedure as needed. Question 2, are safe job procedures readily available to workers? Where are they kept? Answer, yes. They are kept in the safety manual and inside the Harbridge and Cross safety binder. Question 3, how do you determine that safe job procedures are followed? Answer: I perform daily site inspections where I walk the site and observe workers performing their activities. If they are doing something wrong, I would stop them and show them the proper way. If they continue to do it wrong, I will issue them a disciplinary ticket. High risk work is dangerous. Question 4. Are you involved in the development and review of safe job procedures? If not, who is? Answer: yes. I help the safety department put together safe job procedures for my job site. I review the SJP with my workers and have them sign off on them. If they have any questions or changes needed to be made, I will update the procedure and then we'll all sign off on them together. Questions for workers. Number 1. Do you find safe job procedures easy to understand? Give me 2 examples. So if you go under Chapter 4 of our safety manual, it will outline all the safe job procedures designed by Harbridge and Cross. So the answer is yes, and examples include fire extinguishers, spill cleanups, working at heights, and of course moving equipment. Remember, safe job procedures are dealing with high-risk activities. Question 2. Where can you find a copy of the safe job procedures? Answer: I can find SJPs in the safety manual or in the Harbridge and Cross safety binder. Question 3. Do you follow established safe job procedures? Answer: yes. And lastly, question 4. Are you involved in the development and review of existing safe job procedures? If not, who is? Answer: the safety department puts together the safe job procedures. If I have comments, I'll tell my supervisors or make notes on the form. Tips and tricks. What is the difference between the safe work practice and the safe job procedures? So you'll notice right off the bat, a lot of the questions were the same between the safe work practice and safe job procedures. But what is the difference? Well, a SWP, safe work practice, tells you the basic do's and don'ts of an activity. They're typically used for medium and low risk activities and generally are between 1 and 2 pages long. And examples include using portable ladders or even working with a grinder. A safe job procedure, however, is a little bit more complicated. They are step-by-step breakdowns of activities and are generally designed for high-risk activities. Now, in these cases, the procedure could be 2 or more pages long because of all the intricate details that are required. Remember, safe job procedures are designed for high-risk activity. Safe work practices are designed for low to medium-risk activities. Element 5, company rules. Question for management. Number 1. Are company rules provided to workers and posted in the workplace? When and where? Answer: yes. Company rules are reviewed during orientation and posted on the safety board. Question 2. How do you enforce the company rules? Answer: I perform inspections and issue tickets or verbal warnings for violations. And they include the following. Remember, Harbridge and Cross has a 4-step process. On the first offense, you'll be given a verbal warning. On the second offense, you'll be given a written warning. On the third offense, you'll be given a second written warning, and on the fourth offense, you'll be given a third written warning followed by removal from site. Remember, in many cases, the orientation will count as the first verbal warning, so use that to your discretion. This is a copy of the Harbridge and Cross disciplinary tickets, and on some of your sites, disciplinary tickets have been issued. Questions to workers. Number 1. Were you given a copy of the company rules, or do you know where a copy is posted? Answer: yes. I was given a copy of the rules during orientation. The company rules are posted on the safety bulletin board. Question 2. Were the company rules explained to you? Give some examples of the rules. Yes, during orientation the company rules were explained to me. Examples include PPE on at work, complete DTAs every day, and report hazards. On our orientation forms, there were those site test questions that we reviewed where we had to answer yes or no in the space provided. Question 3. What happens if somebody breaks a rule? Answer: if somebody breaks a rule, they'll be given a verbal warning or issued a ticket by the supervisor. Element 6, PPE. Question for management. Number 1. Who provides specialized PPE? Answer: Harbridge and Cross supplies specialized PPE such as safety glasses, dust masks, earplugs to its own forces. We coordinate with our safety department to ensure that our team has the right equipment for the task. Question 2. Do you provide workers training on the care and use of specialized PPE? Answer: yes. The safety department issues mandatory toolbox talks on PPE where I review it with my team. These talks are found on the company YouTube page where we can review them at any time. We also have information in our safety manual. Questions for workers. Number 1. Is specialized PPE readily available when you need it? Answer: yes. It's either kept with the site superintendent, in the site office, or in your job box. Question 2. Have you received training on the care use of specialized PPE? Give 3 examples. Answer: yes, we reviewed it during our company YouTube videos. They include respiratory protection, hearing protection, eye protection, working at heights, and of course, hand protection. Remember, you can find all of this information on our company YouTube page and you can view it at any time. If you have any questions, please make a note under the comments section of each page. Element 7, preventative maintenance. Question 1 for management. How do you ensure your maintenance program meets manufacturers and or regulatory standards? This is a head office question, so you might not encounter it during your audit. However, the answer is as follows. The safety department develops a list of all equipment used at Harbridge and Cross. Next, they review the manufacturer's guides and legislative requirements to develop their preventative maintenance program. This is managed by the safety department and the general superintendent. We have a preventative maintenance program for the following: company trucks, negative air units, and of course working at heights equipment. Question 2. What procedure is in place to handle tools or equipment found to be defective? Answer. Harbridge and Cross uses a red tag do not use system to identify damaged tools or equipment. It is my job to ensure damaged items are reported and tagged out. I will inform the general superintendent and make arrangements to have it repaired or replaced. Question for workers. Number 1. What do you do with defective or broken tools and or equipment? Answer. I report the broken tool or equipment to my supervisor and red tag it. If you need copies of the red do not use tags, please inform the safety department so we can bring them to you immediately. Element 8, orientation. Question for management. Number 1. Are workers provided training for specific jobs? Give 2 examples. Answer. Yes, we provide workers lots of training for specific jobs, including how to use PPE, how to complete inspection forms, and safe job procedures. Examples include working at heights, how to use a fire extinguisher, and of course spill cleanups. Question 2. How do you ensure that training is effective and understood by workers? Answer. I review toolbox talks and training programs with workers and ask them questions. If a worker has feedback, I record it on the toolbox form and send it to the safety department. I also perform workplace inspections and verify that workers are following the training program. Question 3. Is there an annual scheduled series of events which include health and safety? Answer. Yes. Every year the safety awards are issued to office staff and field staff. During the awards, the president will give a speech and talk about health and safety goals for the current year. This was first discussed at our Christmas party last year, and it was also reviewed again in January when we had our safety awards. Remember, the safety awards this year were issued to Rui at Wigwamin and to Domenica at head office. Question 4. Do you attend these meetings? Answer. Now this could be a yes or no answer. If the answer is no, it's important to let everyone know that the safety department did issue meeting minutes on the following mandatory toolbox talk. And lastly, question 5. How do you effectively participate and promote the participation of other employees, including workers? Answer. During the meeting, the safety department set up games and award prizes for answering the correct question. So if you were involved in our safety awards meeting in January, you'll notice that we asked a couple of questions and issued some Tim Hortons cards. Bradley Teasdale was awarded a $10 card for answering correctly to what is our safety goal for this year. Questions for workers. Number 1. Have you ever attended a company event where health and safety was included or discussed? Answer. Yes. I was at the company Christmas party where we discussed how the company performed throughout the year and our health and safety goals, including our new safety boards, safety goals, and our new health and safety manual. Question 2. Does senior management attend or participate in these health and safety meetings? Answer. Yes. The meeting was led by the president. He gave a speech and went through the information. And lastly, question 3. Are you encouraged to participate or speak up at these meetings? Answer. Yes. At the end of the speech, the president encouraged all new staff members to meet and greet employees and, of course, retired members. So this is just a sample of how to go through the interview questions. If you have any questions about this or any other training program, please contact the Health and Safety Department. Remember, over the next couple of weeks and months, the Safety Department, superintendents, and the General Superintendent will be going around the site just to help quiz and educate everybody on the interview questions. Please take your time and review this training program as often as necessary in order to better prepare us for the interview process. Thank you and have a great day.